Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dostara Bhavasagar Taranam Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam Dostara Bhavasagar Taranam
I acknowledge the divine Sai who resides in the heart of each one of you. Sairam. It's a great privilege to be with you again. I've been away from active involvement in the organisation for some years. I had to step down because of a little bit of unhealth, but it was time for me to go anyway. And I have recovered my health well, and my mind goes back to an interview we had with Swami when Julie and I were sitting there, and Swami held our hands and said, "I will give you a long, happy, healthy life." And at one period I was doubting that, but I have recovered my health, and so he is Sathya, truth. I have been asked, the topic today is really about Sai's love that I've been asked to speak about. When I first came to Swami, I very quickly realised that he was the Puna avatar. And I was deeply in awe of him. I realised that he was the one, an embodiment of the one who was all-pervading, the one who said, "There is nothing that I do not know. There is nowhere I do not know the way. There is nothing that I cannot achieve. Picture me in any form, and I will present myself to you." Now, when one tries to grasp the immensity of that concept, at least for me, whenever I was in interview with Swami, quite close to him, I was somewhat like a peasant in the court of the emperor, trembling a little. And I was never really fully relaxed because of that sense of awe. Here is the embodiment of the Creator. And I was appointed national president, and I was in Prashanthi in 2006, Swami's 80th birthday. And the day after the birthday, I had an opportunity for the Australians to get together and to speak briefly to them. It was about 2 o'clock. And about 3:30, I was down on the veranda at the ashram in the Mandir, and Swami called me for an interview. And so we went in. There was one other man and myself. And Swami spoke to the other man first. It was his first interview, I found out later. And this was my last interview, actually, that I had personally with him. And I haven't spoken about this before. And he was talking to the man a little, and then he pointed to me suddenly and said, "See this man? He cares more about others than he does about himself. And then he turned to he then said, "What do you want, sir?" to this man. And he said, "I want a ring, Swami." And Swami sent him straight out of the room. And then I had a period with Swami. It seemed an eternity. It may have been only 10 minutes, where Swami revealed that he knew that challenge I had of being absolutely relaxed in his presence. And in that period, he spoke to me so gently. He revealed to me my strengths and weaknesses, and he demonstrated to me that he was my dearest friend. It's the first time that I had felt that so deeply that I began to relax, and I felt a true friendship with him just in that moment. It was a very moving thing for me. And I'm so grateful because now I deeply believe in the omnipresence. I deeply believe in his statements. See me in the eyes of everyone you meet. I am watching you through the eyes of everyone you meet. The greatest part of his teachings for me is that we are all inherently good. The truth of our being is that we are spiritual beings having this human experience. Holding our mind to this can be very challenging with all of our sensory inputs. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. That goodness, truth and beauty is there not only in ourselves, but in everyone that we meet. I've found that's a great way to communicate with people, to start the engagement with people. If you want to see if they're going to be involved in a discourse on the spiritual path, tell them that you can see in them what Swami has said is in each one of us, that you see in them goodness, truth and beauty. Swami's greatest gift, his greatest love for mankind, his lasting legacy is in the 26,000 pages of words that he spoke, his discourses recorded faithfully. And mankind has yet across the globe to have these teachings revealed in some depth. I'm rather interested, occasionally I see in professional reports and occasionally in language, I see some of Swami's phrases and words being repeated. So it's gradually getting out there. Our task, as he said, of all of his devotees, is to become leaders. Each one of us can be a leader, he said, a leader in idealism. He asks us not to promote him. How dare you promote me? If you want to promote me, live an exemplary life and let others inquire what it is that's motivated you. We all want to share this message with the world. We all know very deeply how the world would change positively if the world was exposed to his teachings. But as Swami said, you can only do that by your own example. It's been a great joy for me, the joy of my life, to have come to Swami. But when I'm not in the presence of Swami, I experience the joy of his presence when I'm with my extended family, the Sai family. Jai Sairam.